Tag show. Yep. That hashtag show.com says HBO Max. Warner Brothers Discovery allegedly has almost have named for a combined HBO Max and Discovery Plus service. Um, this article, I'm sorry, y'all. This article shows Warner Brothers Discovery will soon have two streaming services in the form of HBO Max and Discovery Plus, but a one single service, one that would allegedly get a new name. It'll certainly be a bit awkward to call it by a horribly clunky hyphenated name. Now, wouldn't it? Now, it would be crazy if they just said this is going to be called HBO Discovery Max Plus, right? That'd be real weird, man. But hopefully they come to some conclusion. CNBC is reporting that Warner Brothers Discovery executive and lawyers are apparently closing in on a final name for their combined HBO Max and Discovery Plus streaming service. This will replace both the existing streaming services. Currently, the company's lawyers expect the new name to just be Max, just Max, nothing else. I guess they're going for the simplistic, minimalistic, you know what I'm saying, just real simple with it. Uh, CNBC doesn't name their sources, but they do mention that there are people familiar with the matter. Combined with the news company reporting, it does appear to be genuine. So Max is probably what we're going to get as the title of the new streaming service. And people have been saying this for the longest, man. It should have just been called Max from the top, from the jump. It shouldn't have been called HBO Max. They should have just called it Max. You know what I'm saying? These names, these brand names, when it comes to these streaming services or just anything you do, really matters. And when you have something called HBO Max, because when it came out, you had HBO Max, you had HBO, you had HBO Go, you had just all of these HBO apps. So I'm pretty sure it got kind of confusing to some people. It was real conflated, just real crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see that they want to just stick to one name. Uno, Uno. You know what I'm saying? Um, it says CNBC does mention that Max still isn't a finalized name. Apparently, senior executives at Warner Brothers Discovery are still debating over it, and lawyers for the same are still vetting other options as of this writing. Those other options are still unknown at this time, mostly because those execs and lawyers certainly aren't letting us into their decision-making process. The closest thing we have comes from the code name for this new combined streaming service. Warner Brothers Discovery apparently used it as an internal name to reference it by while they are still deciding on the final name. Apparently, this code name or this internal name is called Beam. Eh, there's no word if Beam will be a part of the new name, but Beam. What do I think about Beam? Beam ain't bad, but let me see. How would it go? Hey, man, where you watch that at, man? Oh, I'm watching it on Beam. You see that new Batman movie on Beam? I guess it'll take a little bit, but then how does Max sound? Let me see. Yeah, I just watched that new Teen Titans on Max, bro. Hmm. I guess it's a toss up. I like Max. Me myself, I like Max a little bit better. Um, it comes off a little bit easier, Max. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. Um, but yeah, they got to get rid of that HBO part. It's got to go because you have HBO itself, and like I said, you had HBO Go, you got HBO, you had HBO now HBO Max. Like you just had all the HBOs. Like it was five HBO, 4 or 5 HBO apps at one point in time. So you got to get rid of that. Coming into 2023, you got to streamline. You got to make sure nothing is convoluted. Make sure all your audience know exactly what they're coming for. And I think that's the real purpose, the real deal. You got to make sure your audience know what they're coming for. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about HBO Max or Warner Brothers Discovery coming up with a new name for HBO Max since they're taking Warner Discovery Plus and HBO Max, smashing it together. Y'all let me know what y'all think.